Yo, it's your boy Joven G checking in with an exclusive interview here at FDMG Studios with my home team. Tune in.
The Broadway Band.
Just got a shipment of the dopest dope I've ever smoked.
Y'all got it.
I started with music back in, I'd say, 2008. I was probably like a sophomore, junior in high school. And that's when I really started taking it serious and understanding that my cousins around me were already rapping. They live in Canada now, but we used to really just go in there. We had a recorder, like a tape recorder. We used to sit there and start making music. And they were like, Ray, you should take it serious. So at that point, that's when I really took music and I started dabbling in and out of studios and just kind of perfecting my craft. I got my name, a close friend of mine named Shane. We used to, talk about our visions and what we wanted to do. And I used to be called Young Amazing. And as I got a little bit older, we figured that was a little too corny. We needed to step it up a little bit. And, since he's from a Hispanic background, he was like, yo, Joven stands for young. You should do something along with Joven. So I came back the next day. I'm like, I'm going to run with Joven G. And we just did it like that. Yeah, I looked up to a lot of artists. I had a strong interest in Wiz Khalifa when I first started rapping. I loved his music. It was just like sitting in the right time. I was in college. That's when I was taking it really serious. Then Drake, of course, Lil Wayne had a big influence on my music. When I started getting a little bit more melodic and testing with the singing and the rapping, that's when I really like Tory Lanez. I love a lot of the Bryson Tiller stuff. I think his name is Six Black, another artist that does a lot of R&B type joints. But once I started getting melodic, I just have a different variety of artists. Ty Dolla $ign. There's a lot of different artists I like to listen to, and I just kind of could develop my own sound that could just hop in that lane, but it's uniquely different. You know what I mean? And that's what I always aim for. There's a lot of people that inspire me, but I always want to be Joven G. I don't want to, be mimicking nobody else's sound. If it was a category for me, I'd be somewhere in the lane with Drake and Tory Lanez. I'd be in that mix because they both can rap and they both can sing, and they're both the most popular. So I feel like I would be one of those people that you could slide in that mix and kind of create a lane for himself. I dropped the project the end of 2018, so I actually haven't released some music in a long time. I just been throwing little singles out there. But project-wise, I got a project about to drop called Never Lose Focus 2. That's going to come out as soon as, this corona epidemic is settling down. I'm going to start, releasing little teasers just so I could really come out and actually be putting the groundwork in. But I'll be putting a lot of little teasers, little visuals. Y'all going to see me working in the studio on my Instagram Live. Make sure y'all tune in. You might see me here at FDMG working on stuff with Kush. So you'll see the progression up until I release it.
Tell her about that. And Papa no.
There's a lot of producers I'm working with. I work a lot with Young Deej, CEO Deej on Instagram. He makes a lot of my records, a lot of the beats. I've been working closely with Bachi. I got my other boy One Josh and Lauderdale that comes down. My cousin Jason's making beats now. So I got a home team when it comes to producers and people that I work with, and I also dabble around to find other, beats from other people too sometimes. But as far as a producer I would love to work with in the actual industry, definitely Dr. Dre. I would definitely want to work with Timbaland. That's probably going to be a crazy session one day. And I also want to work with Drake's producer. So he has a couple, Boy Wonder and E40. What is it, 40? 40. But yeah, definitely want to work with those guys and see, what we can create, because I feel like there's endless possibilities, you know what I'm saying? If I could handpick an artist for a feature right now, it would probably be, I think I'd do a crazy record with Tory. Me and Tory would do a crazy record. Also, Drake, of course. I'd love to do a record with Drake. I think that's about, to be honest with you, that's really who I would want to, if I had to handpick two real quick. Tory and Drake, definitely. Definitely, I say pancakes because the waffles could be dry sometimes. With the pancakes, you can actually put a little butter on that, extra syrup, you know, and it depends where you're getting them from. But waffles always they there's too many misses with waffles. You can't really miss too much with pancakes. I say the dope girl because I don't really smoke weed like that, so it's not really an L for me. Uh, that I leave that to my boys. You can find me on IG, you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Spotify, you can find me on Apple Music, wherever you find music, YouTube. Joven G. Just type in Joven G, anyone. Joven, not H. So it's Joven G, and type me on any handle, you'll find me. Yo, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Make sure you check out FDMG Studios, check out Joven G on any handle, and we out.